Hi guys, I'm Superbailles Sews. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. My channel is pretty much where I share my sewing journey with you. Do you like the way that rhymes? I do. Thought about that all by myself. Quite impressed. Today I'm going to talk through, it's a Friday Sews vlog. I'm going to talk through what I've been up to this past week and share some plans that I have, work in progress, and yeah, just some general chit chat really. So the first thing I suppose I better talk to you about is what I actually got made up. This week from a sewing point of view, I got quite a bit done last weekend, but I've had teenage daughter troubles this week, so not as much as got done during the week. My evenings have pretty much been taken up with dealing with general life. So yeah, I didn't get as much done as I'd like to. My work in progress was something I was hoping to work on throughout the week and get finished, which I'm going to have to finish this weekend because I want to take it away with me to Lithuania, which is where I am next week with work. So what have I got on today? Well, this is actually one of my makes. So I shared with you last week that I had made a comfy set. So I'd made this Nora top ages ago in a knit fabric, grey knit fabric, and I wanted to add a pair of the Tilly and the Buttons Stella joggers to it, just to make it a whole set. Now, of course, the lovely trio, which is Rowan, Tamlin and Rachel from Stitched Up, they had shared with us that they were going to be doing a collaboration using this beautiful brushback French terry viscose fabric from First for Fabrics. And of course, after seeing those vlogs, I went on immediately and ordered 3 meters of the navy blue for moi to make this. Now, the reason behind going for this was because actually when I work from home, sometimes I quite like to wear comfy clothes, but I want to be able to appear on screen like I'm all done up and in relatively normal clothes for work, and I think that this pretty much covers that brief. I just look like I'm wearing a cozy top. So yeah, that's the reason behind it. So I've done again the Nora top and I've done the Stella joggers, and I will pop some video footage in a minute of me wearing them, but I want to just talk through the fabric, how I found the fabric, and I want to talk through some of the problems that I've got, and I've still got to make a couple of adjustments. So this fabric is lovely. It feels lovely on your skin. I had a bit of back and forth in with Rowan about how the fabric actually feels, and a bit of a giggle about can't wait to feel it and whatnot. You had to be there on the messages to find it amusing. And sorry. But yeah, it was when it came, I got completely what she said about how it actually feels. It is really lovely against your skin. This brushback is just, it's gorgeous. But what I will say with this fabric, because of how much drape it's got, I actually found it trickier than I thought it would be to work with. So it's fine. It all came together lovely. It was just a bit, I think the viscose element to it was a bit slippery, but it came together and it was a relatively quick sew. You know, the Nora top you can usually sew up within about an hour, hour and a half. One of the things I had to do, I'd only purchased 3 meters of this fabric. I cut the joggers first because I knew that it would be tight on what length I had the top. Now the Nora top actually does have a high-low hem, so you've got a longer back, shorter front, and you've got that kind of split effect in the side. Now I didn't do that with my last piece, and I certainly didn't do that with this piece. I have had to cut the cropped version, so cut it at the crop line, and I've done a straight all the way round, and I love it. It works for me, bearing in mind that I am wearing this at home, and if I need to pop round to the shop in this, I can without feeling like I'm going around in my pajamas. So it's come together lovely, but obviously the Nora top's quite oversized, and because the viscose element to this, I've noticed it's come up bigger than my last version because of the type of fabric that I've used. And one of the other problems that I have, and I've got to go back on this weekend and adjust it, but I'll just show you now. The arms are very long. So I need to go in, and that is with a very wide hem anyway. So I need to go back in and just take that up, which is why I've got them sort of brushed up like that, it doesn't bother me. I tend to roll my sleeves up anyway. So I'll pop some video footage in of me wearing this and just doing sort of a bit of a twirl so you can see so you can see me and how I'm actually how it looks on me and how it moves on me. But I really like this. It is very comfortable. I'm really pleased I bought it. The one thing I will say about this fabric that I'm really disappointed with, I put this on Monday when I was working from home, and I've worn it a couple of times this week, but on Monday it already started to bobble in between my legs. And now, putting my hand, just having a feel, the bobbling has got a lot worse. So, and you can see it's very visible. So I think these are very quickly going to become something that I'm not actually going to be able to wear outside of the house. And I'm a bit disappointed because, you know, it's quite loose fitting, so I actually expected the bobbling not to happen. And it's only in between the legs it has happened, but there is a significant amount of bobbling from wearing this a few times. And considering I want to wear it at home, I'm a little bit concerned how much wear I'm actually going to get out of this garment. And for the price of the fabric, it was very reasonably priced, but I still thought, you know, you'd get a bit of a longer wear out of it. So that's the only disappointing factor from this. But I do love the make. I love how it's come together. And the fabric is lovely. It does feel great against your skin. But yes, just something to be aware of. If you're like me and you've got chubby thighs, I've got a lot of bobbling in that area. So there we go. That was my first make. The second make that I started last weekend, well, I started a couple of things. So I did actually cut out the Adrian Blouse. Let me get the fabric to show you. Sorry about that. Talk about being prepared for this. So I cut out the Adrian Blouse in this amazing retro fabric that I got from the Festival of Quilts, and I've been struggling to decide what to make with this, but it's gorgeous. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to do it as the Adrian Blouse because I know that blouse is something I'm going to get a lot of wear out of. I really love the style of it and all the versions that I've seen. So I cut it out and I got it out to start sewing up because I know it's a relatively quick sew, and realised I had absolutely no jersey ballpoint needles. So that project went to one side and it will get done this week because then I quickly went on and ordered some ballpoint jersey needles to be able to start that project. I can't believe I've run out of ballpoint needles. I have so many needles, it's unreal. And when I looked in my drawer, there was no stretch kind of needles in there. So I've actually ordered 2 packs. So they arrived yesterday. I was hoping that they'd arrive on Monday because originally, before daughter problems happened, I was intending on getting that sewed up this week. So after doing that, I just was trying to work out what I wanted to do next, and bearing in mind that what I'm trying to make, I want for my autumn wardrobe. And I haven't got masses of autumn me made clothes. So it is important. And as you guys know, if you've been watching me, I have cleared out a lot of my ready to wear garments because I was ruthless with my wardrobe. I went in and I went, right, that doesn't fit properly. How long's it been since I've worn that? So I kept the ready to wear that I absolutely love, but I didn't throw out. I car booted, I've charity shopped, and I have got some that I've put in a pile for upcycling as well, to reuse, being sustainable and all that. So yeah, my wardrobe's very small at the moment, and I'm not used to having a small wardrobe. So one of the things that I was looking at doing was an autumn dress, and I've talked about making a Tilly in the Buttons dress in this particular fabric here for quite a while. But trying to get better with my sewing and better with the way things look. If you saw the sort of, when I talked about the last Tilly in the Buttons the Lyra dress that I had talked about, I'd mentioned the viscose fabric had made a drapier effect, and it felt like it had come up really big on me. But one of the other problems that I had was the shoulder seemed to drop down. And actually, as I went back through my wardrobe, I noticed I had that problem with all of my Tilly in the Buttons patterns. And it was something that was niggling at me. So I decided to have a little YouTube Google session looking at various different ways of doing a narrow shoulder adjustment, because I think that's what I actually need to do to get a perfect fit, because I want these to last in my wardrobe. And as you can see, this is a beautiful bright fabric. So this is my work in progress. I've started this. I've got some beautiful mint, apologies, man knocked at the door, beautiful mint buttons to go on this that match this colour here, which I thought would be great. I'm going to do a 3-tiered, but I'm going to shorten some of the tiers so it does come to a midi length on me, and I think it will be beautiful when it's finished. So I'm going to continue to work on this weekend, because I only got a few bits done to it. I have actually got the collar constructed as well, but yeah, it's one of those things that it got put to one side this week. I had to deal with family stuff. So, but it is gorgeous, and I want to take my time on it. I want it to be, my makes are never going to be perfect, but I want it to be perfect for me. I'm off to Lithuania next week with work to go and meet some colleagues over there. I'm going to their offices, and I'm really looking forward to meeting them. I would like to have this finished over the weekend so I can take it with me, because it'll be the perfect autumnal piece to wear whilst I'm out there. And it will show my personality of being bright and bubbly as well, is the idea behind it. So that is really one of my major plans to get done this weekend. Now, I've got no children this weekend. Well, my eldest will be here, but she's 13 and she pretty much keeps herself to herself and is glued to her phone. So it'll be really nice. I've got plenty of time to actually get on and get some sewing done. My other half will go to the pub and I will stay at home and I will sew, which is what I enjoy to do. So I'm going to try and get that done. Now, I know, because I've done the collar construction, once I put the collar on and done the buttonholes, it won't actually take me that much longer to pull it together. Now, I am doing something slightly different with this Lyra dress. I am going to have a go at putting the Marnie sleeves on this dress. I have got enough fabric of this left that if that doesn't actually work, I can go back and do the normal Lyra sleeves. But it would be really nice to have the Marnie sleeves on this. So I just think that would look lovely and poofy with the tiered skirt as well. So yeah, I'm going to focus on that this weekend, but I'd also like to get my Adrian Blouse from Friday Pattern Company sewn up in this, because again, that would look lovely with a pair of just plain trousers, and nice and smart for work, I think. So yeah, that's the other plan that I have. Now, I have mentioned to you that I wanted to do the Pria Dress by Tammy Handmade last week, and I started piecing together the pattern pieces, which is why I've moved on to the Lyra dress, and realised that with the print at home, I'd actually collated, double side printed the pattern. So I was really frustrated with myself, but I have reprinted that this week. So I've also printed off the itched stitch top that Rachel from Stitched Up was going to do as a Saturday night live. Now, I know that Rachel's had some issues going on personally, so I don't know whether that's going to happen, but I will get that cut and the fabric cut and put to one side in case it does. Like I said, it may not happen, and that's fine, but that might be something else I get sewn up this weekend as well, because it'll be the first time I've joined one of Rachel's live sew-alongs sort of thing, and from what I understand, they're great. So yeah, I may or may not be taking part in that. If she's running it, then I will take part in it. I'll get it all cut ready tonight, so it's all cut ready for tomorrow night to go. So that is plans really for the week. Next week, I'm not entirely sure how much content I'm going to have to share with you. I travel to Lithuania on Monday night, and I'm not back until Friday. My other half has the care of my children for a whole week. He's going to love it. So yeah, I'm over there for quite a week. I do get back on Friday afternoon, so I will get a Friday Sews out to you guys. I can promise you that. And I will be sharing any makes that I got done this weekend. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys was a couple of vloggers. So I know you all know this lady because she is one of the models on the Tilly and the Buttons patterns. She's one of the models on the Lyra new cover that's been done, and she's also the Billy sweatshirt as well model. So I think the channel's called Superbailles or Superbailles. I can't pronounce it right, and I apologise because she does actually say it when she does her introduction. But she's released her first vlog this week, and I'll pop a link in the description below. And it's a really lovely vlog. It's just a general chatty vlog, and I really enjoyed it. And she was sharing some of her favourite makes and talking about the current things that she's working on. And it just felt like a nice, relaxed vlog. It was sort of her personality that I'd seen come out in an interview she'd done with my social thread. So it was actually really exciting to see her now looking to vlog. So if you haven't already seen it, please pop over to her channel and give it a watch, and obviously give her a subscribe. The other person that I have started watching on YouTube is somebody called Nadia, and her channel's called Stitch and Style by Nadia. Now, I'm hopefully going to get to meet Nadia at the end of this month. I'm going to a social event in Birmingham. And I'm going to get to meet Adele from Sew for Serenity finally, and I'm going to get to meet Nadia. And Nadia reached out to me on Instagram, and I followed her, but I didn't realise she had a YouTube channel. So I've been watching her this week, and I've been really, really enjoying catching up with all of her vlogs. And they are lovely, and she's got some beautiful makes. And because she's quite tall, she tends to have to make quite a few adjustments to her garments, which is quite interesting to see how she does it. And she does talk you through what she has to do with those adjustments. And her most recent vlog was of her Davenport dress, which I'm a massive fan of the Davenport dress, and it's in this beautiful black fabric with hearts all over it. And she goes into great detail about the changes that she makes and the things that she's done to get it to fit properly, including one of her mistakes, which did make me chuckle because we've all done that. So yeah, I do recommend going over and watching her, and I will drop a link as well in my description box below, so you can go off and find her. I always love finding new sewing vloggers. I tend to watch a lot of my vlogs whilst I'm actually sewing myself, and I really, really enjoy it. It feels like I've got company whilst I'm sewing. And obviously we all have favourite vlogging styles that we particularly watch because we enjoy the content that they put up. But yeah, it's really nice to discover some new ones, and I am always looking for new vloggers, and I love seeing those that are now coming out from the sewing community that I've followed for a while on Instagram, and seeing them bring out vlogs. So please do pop over and give them both a like and a subscribe. I'm sure that you already follow them anyway, but it's always worth mentioning. So I think that's everything from me this week. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch me. I hope you get plenty of time for sewing, and have a fantastic week. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you can, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.